What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. And this time we are taking, that's bothering me, we are going down memory lane to find out about Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. Now, apparently they dated on and off for the course of a few years. There's a lot of like rumors that he cheated a lot, but apparently she cheated once with her producer and like said it out loud. And so I just want to take a look after, you know, how many celebrity couples we look at, a lot of shit. So this is all legend and for entertainment purposes only. Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. And if you're new here, smash that subscribe button, bestie. We would love to have you. Oh my God, he's a Taurus and he flew right out. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, spirit team. What was the relationship like and why did it fall apart? All right. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. We cover all types of topics. All right. Well, that's him. He's a Taurus, so continue. Oh. Oh my God. If you're a tarot reader, she's an Aries and he's a Taurus, so that's amazing. Okay. Okay, I don't want to say that yet. Hold on. Spirit, give me clarifiers before I... yeah. Huh. Huh. Because you're hot and you're cold. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well then. All right. Can we see the way y'all, you have to understand, I am 5'2". And the camera's higher than my head because everything's taller than me. So sometimes I forget to look. I apologize. That's not the best fucking view here. I'm so sorry. That's got to be so annoying. Mercury retrograde, guys. Happy Mercury retrograde. Okay. Spirit team, tap me in. King of Pentacles. That Wheel of Fortune feels very opportunistic. This feels to me like, you know what it's reminding me of actually is I'm being drawn to Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus. If you guys wanted me to do a reading on them, let me know. But this feels to me like... I almost wonder if he tried to fit her into a box that she didn't like, because Aries energy, right? They fly through the seat of their pants. I see, it's almost like, honestly, it's giving me Liam Hemsworth, Miley Cyrus, like Can't Be Tamed. I feel like, well, I do think he saw this as an opportunity, I can't talk, as an opportunity and an investment. It's kind of giving me this vibe of like, well, Twilight was a series, right? Forgive my ignorance, but I never watched it. Maybe I should. Let me know. I don't know. Probably not. But he sees it as like an opportunity. Because think about it, right? Not only was the movie successful, but then on top of it, like, we want them to fall in love, right? Like, that's the perfect idea for us. Like, oh my God, the people that we fall in love with as characters fall in love in real life. How great. So I do think that he saw this as an opportunity. And I almost feel like, I don't know exactly what went down, but I don't buy that Kristen wanted it as badly as he did. And I think she probably did find some form of an ick from him because I just feel this opportunistic energy in his presence. So it's like, while I do think she was attracted to him and liked him, it's giving me like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to live my life. Does she have Taurus placements too? I wouldn't be shocked if they were mirroring each other a little bit. But I think that they fought a lot. And I think that they had different ideas of what love looked like and meant to them. And I feel like... Spirit, tap me into this, what is it, Chariot with the 5 of... I don't feel like Kristen was in a place where she wanted to settle down, if I'm being honest. Was this when she, forgive me, other than Twilight, I don't even really know of her. Was this like her come up in life? Because it's kind of giving me this, yeah, I'm hearing the song, Nobody Can Drag Me Down. So I do feel like she kind of saw him as like, you know how, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know how like you're in a relationship, it burns hot and then it burns out just as quickly? I mean, Aries energy, so it makes sense with her. But I think like she got swept away in it, but then just as quickly as she fell for him, it was like, now I feel too tied down. Now I feel like I'm being your woman and I'm losing me, if that makes sense. And so I think it was a mixture of like egos, It's giving me, you know what I'm hearing is the song Sit Still, Look Pretty, where it's like, this girl's gonna rule the world. And it's basically about like, I don't want to be told what the fuck to do. I feel like he's just giving me so much Liam Hemsworth energy. And I just watched Sweet Home Alabama, and she is a hick, and she's going to marry this like mayoral son, and it's just like they just don't blend. It's two opposing forces. I feel like Kristen is more of a wild child, whereas Robert would be the type to be a lot like Liam, where it'd be like if she did anything crazy, he'd be like, can you calm it down? Like, we need to think about our appearances. We need to think about how we look. So I do feel that he put a lot of pressure on her really quickly, which kind of gave her the ick, if I'm being honest. And so while it was probably nice at first, I think I'm hearing the song much like Suffocating. I think that's why she ended up cheating. I'm not getting a cheating energy from him yet. If anything, I'm getting more of a, we could build something together. I want to be close to you. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, Space is Just a Word Made Up by Someone Who's Afraid of Getting Close. And I just, like, look at the imagery here. He's looking towards her, and she's looking towards the Chariot, which means the future. And with the Lover's card in reverse to end that, it's like, I think she was just more interested in what I just heard is sowing her oats. I think she was more interested in sowing her oats and living her life. And while the idea of him seemed great for her, I think the settling down aspect was not that great of an idea. Was she in her early to mid-20s? Because honestly, that's not a shocking energy. I also think that, again, this is giving me like prime of my life energy. And so it's like, you're kind of getting in the way of what's supposed to be the happiest time of my life. I think she just didn't want to settle down at this point, if I'm being honest. I think she liked the idea of him. She liked being loved. But I think at the end of the day, it was just like their views, what they needed out of a relationship. I wouldn't be shocked if they have completely different, like, you know how some people want words of affirmation, whereas other people want like, physical touch, time spent together. I think he's more the type where it's like, I want you on my arm. I want you around. I want you to make me feel good. Whereas she was like, I want to fly by the seat of my pants. I mean, she's literally on a bike on this one. And I want to go wherever the wind takes me. It's giving me Pocahontas just around the riverbend. And I feel like he was kind of trying to slow her down to some capacity, whether it was intentional or not. I think he was just like, maybe he had this idea of like, let's get married, let's have kids, let's settle down, where she was like, let me make a name for myself. It's like every A-lister celebrity. I think she wanted to be one A-lister celebrity. And I just think that she saw him as kind of like anchoring her and limiting her potential. Let me put these back. Yeah, discontent. Empress in reversed. If he did cheat, it's not coming out yet. Like, this is like, it worked when we were together in you know how like couples, oh, God, spirit help me, I'm stuttering. A lot of times when you're on set, this is what spirit's saying. A lot of times when you're on set as actors and actresses, you get swept up in the idea, right? Because it's perfectly curated. So it's like you're in a scene of like this enormous love, and it's just so transformative. Remember, you have to like think of like what's it called, those actors that really get it, the method acting. It's like that. It's like you can't really tell the difference between reality when you're that good of an actor. And so I think when it was I can't talk, and I feel like that's their relationship too. I don't feel like they were good at communicating how they felt. I feel like he shut down a lot and she got pissed and just kind of like walked off. I think they fought a lot, but I see him like shutting down, where she'd be like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I think she's more of a go-getter, whereas he's more of like a, just follow what I say, very Taurus energy. Follow what I say. I want my success, my peace, whatever. I just definitely polar opposite energy. I'm shocked that they dated. I feel like the only reason they had chemistry to begin with was because of the movie. I think that's why Spirit was drawing me to the movie, because in the energy, I'm like, how the fuck did they even last? I feel like they were technically on and off. I know that like they wouldn't solidify the rumors throughout the years, all due to the 2 seconds of Google research I did. But it feels to me like when they were good, they were good. But for the most part, out of the work environment, they just didn't have enough in common to make it last. It's reminding me of with the Page of Wands. It's like, it's passionate, but at the same time, it's like, okay. But with that Four of Cups there, I'm still really not that connected. And attached to this. And notice how on this Four of Cups, there's a woman. So I definitely feel like Kirsten, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I feel like she felt that being with him would stifle her growth. I think she liked the idea of him. And I think in the controlled environment of the movies, it was like, we're getting swept away in the movie. So it's not like they didn't have chemistry. It's just that it didn't make sense long term. And so I think instead of admitting that to themselves, I think they'd go hot and cold, disappear from each other's lives, try it again, rinse, wash, repeat. And it almost feels like it only worked when they were working together. I want to pull more. Interesting. I feel like Kristen felt that she didn't see a future with him, if I'm being honest. I think she liked the idea. Again, was this at a point in time where she wasn't known and then she was known? Forgive me, but I never watched Twilight. Like, was she super famous prior to Twilight? Because this is giving me, like, I'm coming out vibes. And it's like, you're holding me back. Like, this is like, can you hold my purse, sir? I'm trying to be important here. Like, it's kind of not as narcissistic, but it's kind of giving me a little bit of J-Lo energy where it's like, whatever I can do to be famous, that kind of vibe. So while I do think she had feelings for him, it just wasn't enough to keep her. It's Aries, unevolved Aries energy, 11:11 on the clock. I don't know if anyone needs to hear that. But it's just giving unevolved Aries energy. I burn hot, fast, bright, but then I get bored and then I want something else to do. So yeah, I do. I mean, she admitted to cheating, but that is coming out in the cards. I think she just didn't want to settle down. Like, I feel like this is actually a lot more simple. And this is probably I don't remember hearing any of these rumors or nothing, but I feel like this is why there was this on again, off again thing. Cause it's almost like we come back together to try it. Oil and water, we disappear, come back together, try it. It's reminded me a lot of how we hear about these couples that are totally together, but then you find out that they live in separate houses and they literally never see each other. Because it was very confusing looking up their timeline history, but I don't buy that they were ever like in a solid long-term relationship. This is giving that couple that's on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again. Because it's like, well, maybe we could try it now. Nope, not working. Maybe we could try it now. Oh, not working. Maybe we could try it now. You drive me nuts. Like, that's the vibe. I just think that she felt she would have to sacrifice herself in the name of love. And I just don't think she wanted anything to do with that, like, to be honest. Why? I also think there's something here where she didn't want to just be known for Twilight. So again, going back to like, if I stay with him, then that's all I'm going to be. You know what it's reminding me of? How Jennifer Aniston, fucking bitch for this. I'm so sorry, but I'll never get over this. How Jennifer Aniston like gets triggered when anyone calls her Rachel or brings up Friends. Like, you can see it in interviews. She does not like it because it's like, that's how everybody knows her, and she wanted to make a name for herself in like movies and shit like that. So I'm kind of getting that same energy here from Kristen, whatever the hell her name is, where it's like, I don't want to just be known for dating you. I don't want to just be known for Twilight. I want to make a name for myself. I want to be my own person. I want to think for myself. I want to do other. I just feel like they were polar. I don't know why these two dated, to be honest. Like, I feel like I should pull from his energy because hers is very matter of fact. What contributed to the breakdown, Spirit? Her. I'm telling you, her. It's like, I don't see anything about him cheating. I mean, I'll re-pull potentially, but I feel like it was her that had the wandering eye. Because every card that reminds me of like cheating, there's a woman on it. And then the internet, like that's... I think that the rumors are true. I read something in the relationship timeline where apparently he said it was too painful after she cheated and he just couldn't forgive her after that. That lines up. That lines up for me. I don't think they were ever supposed to be together as long as they tried to be together, to be honest, because they just don't make sense. But they just weren't. It's just, you know, like women mostly follow me. Y'all know when you know the relationship's over, but something, you just like, you need more proof. You need it to be like, I need a more signier sign. Like, that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, it's like, didn't want to let you go, but at the same time, don't know a life without you. I think that, you know, I gotta believe that Kristen or whatever, is it Kristen or Kirsten? I don't know. I feel like she wasn't prominent prior to this movie, so it's like her identity kind of felt enmeshed in him, and so it's just like I don't want that. It's very matter of fact, and honestly, I kind of understand her energy, but it's like I think she didn't want anybody else to have him, if I'm being honest, because it's like, well, what if I made a mistake? Like, what if I come back around and we work around this time? Like, I think I don't, if the internet says they were in a long-term relationship, I literally don't buy it. Or they'll consider it a long-term relationship, but they had a lot of breakups in between, because I don't feel like it was him. I feel like it was her. What's the back deck? Holding on, work. I think the sexual friction because of the movie was what catapulted their relationship, but I think at the end of the day, they kept holding on to something that really just couldn't solidify outside of the movie, if I'm being honest. It's just, I say that a lot. I never realized how much I say if I'm being honest until I rewatch these. Yeah, it's like stuck between a rock and a hard place with the Two of Swords. Page of Pentacles is like new endeavors, and it's like, I think they just grew out of each other. I think it made sense on stage and on camera, but after that it just wasn't doable. I want to look at it from his energy, because hers is like, baby, I'm trying to be a star, like get out my way. Like that's kind of the vibe. So I want to look at it from his to see if he did at all cheat, if I could find out. All right, so I want to look at this from Robert's perspective and see if we can get any additional messages. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, bestie. We'd love to have you. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this content. And comment down below if you guys want me to do other... That feels like it wants to come out. Oh, yeah. 10 of thoughts. Okay. I don't remember what the hell I was saying. Just comment down below. I don't remember what I was saying, but whatever the end of that sentence was supposed to be. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even. All right. From Robert's side... And yeah, I don't think it was an equal give and take. Oh, Three of Swords. Oh, does he got water placements? I'm not dragging water placements, but in his energy, it's a whole different type of vibe. I think he saw forever with her at one point. This is sad. Look at these 10s, though. And the 10s coming out reversed, too. It's like, I know it's over, but I don't want it to be over. I think he's the one that kept this relationship going. Not a... Listen, I'm a Taurus rising, shush. Not a Taurus riding till the fucking wheels fall off. Sir, know your worth. Charge accordingly. Yeah, in his energy, it's like she wore the pants because she's coming out as a knight now. And that's also a fuckboy energy. So if I'm asking from his perspective, yeah, this kind of lines up with what the news was saying. I think he knew that, yeah, oh, that's so sad. I'm hearing the song, I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't. Where's the Cancer placements? There's got to be Cancer placements on this man. Maybe Pisces. I don't... Cancer is Pisces. Not Scorpio, no. I don't feel that. Cancer. But anyway. I'm hearing Reckless when I touch this, and then I'm hearing the song Jealous by Labyrinth. So I feel like, again, she was just in this young mindset where it was like, I just kind of want to live. I kind of want to chill. I kind of want to do my own thing. She's giving me more extroverted where, was there a big age gap or something? Because in his energy, it's like, I want to settle down. I want to love you. I want to make this work. But I just feel like she was in this, like, was she partying around this time or, you know, whatever? Because it's just like, they were on two different wavelengths. Did he cheat, though? Like, what the hell? Refusing to let go, the grief. Ace of Thoughts. Maybe we could try again. I'm telling you, I feel like it was him that... I feel like she made it... you know what? This is reminding me of like when how us women tend to... Sorry if you're a man. But how us women tend to kind of fuck ourselves over because when we'll first talk to a guy, he'll be like, I'm not really ready or looking for anything. And it's like, bitch, run. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's the vice versa with this, where I feel like she kind of gave like emotionally unavailable, and I feel like he just kept trying to make it work because I can't get the song I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't out of my head. Like, I feel like, if I'm being honest, at this point in time, we're looking at back in early 2000s, mid 2000s. It's like you broke my heart, but I love you and I want to try, but no matter what I do, it's never good enough. Like, that's kind of I think they both triggered the fuck out of each other. She didn't know how to be good to someone or open up to love. He with that Taurus energy, let me lock it down, and like not even understanding that, like, you know, you got to meet in the middle there. You know what I mean? I don't think either of them were willing to do it. She wanted to be a free bird. He wanted the white picket fence. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like they were on different pages. Yeah, this is like he intuitively knew. Yeah, 3 of Wands for sure. He intuitively knew that she didn't want to be locked down, which I feel like ironically made him want her more. I mean, if you got wounds, that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't really feel like there's too much else to really say. I mean, here, I'll try it this way. Spirit, is there any tea in regards to him that the public would want to know, or this couple? Huh? Wait, what? Hold up. My throat and your face just to get you to shut up. Shut up. Who was mean? Why do I feel like it's her? Phone full of options, bank full of bills. I don't do it because I need to. I do it for the thrill. He wanted to create a life, and his ego was getting the best of him, because with that King of Swords, it's like, no, I can make this work. I can make her love me. I can show her why we're meant to be together. And I just feel like, look at how she's not looking at him, and she's looking towards the future. It's just, they weren't on the same space. I feel like this is just easy. Real quick, I just want to see real quick. Did she cheat, Spirit? I'm going to pull from the middle of the deck to see what happens. Did she cheat? Or did he cheat? I'm so sorry. 8 of Cups. Did he cheat? 3 of Pentacles. Wait a second. I think he had an opportunity to, and maybe even threw it in her face. Because this is giving me like, was there any rumors that he might have slept with someone from the cast? Because it feels like there's someone at work that might have been about it if he had been about it. But I'm hearing serial monogamist. I don't think he cheated. I really don't. Because I'm going to be just as bad as I dragged the Taurus. Taurus says they commit. You know, when they're actually about it, they commit. And so I feel like he wanted this. I almost see him being like, you know, I could have had that bitch if you just let me go or something like that. I feel like there was this tugging Tom and Jerry shit where it's like she didn't want him, so he wanted her. Vice versa. It kept switching. I think this is why their relationship was never really solidified through the internet, because it was like they were both triggering each other's wounds. I don't feel like he cheated. I feel like he was doing everything in his power to make her settle down when she was at the prime of her life, and it was never going to happen. All right, Spirit, anything else? I feel like she was a cheater, and I wouldn't even be shocked if it wasn't just that one guy. In fact, you know what I'm seeing is the scene from Friends where he's like, we were on a break. Like, it's kind of giving me that vibe. I feel like they went on multiple breaks because they fought a lot. And then I feel like look at these were the 2 cards I talked about the last time I pulled, where these are both cards where they look like they're cheating on the internet and they're both got women on it. I don't think he cheated, y'all. I think it was her, because she didn't want to settle down. She wasn't ready. And even though he tried to push it on her, at the end of the day, it was just never going to happen. So yeah, 2 of Cups in reverse. So while he liked the idea, now here he is again. Now he's upside down. So yeah, it's like I got to start all over again. I think he got his heart broken real bad. I don't know where he went after this, but I think he learned not to jump into something with both feet without really thinking about it. I do think that it broke his heart, because I just can't get the song I Can't Make You Love Me out of my head. What's the back deck? Yeah, are you kidding me? We're covering his energy now, and the Lovers is at the back of the deck. But notice how in the Lovers it says Tinder, which reminds me of people that cheat, right? Like you find Tinder on your man's phone, stuff like that, but I feel like it's coming from her. Yeah, and the Fool. This is just, oh my God. If I would describe his energy, it's the song Bonnie Raitt, I Can't Make You Love Me. That's like, I feel like it hit his rejection wound. And it's like, no, I can make this work. And I'm being drawn to like the plaid, and think about like couples on Christmas and how they do those little family photos. I feel like that's what he really wanted. But it's just like, notice how they're really close, but they're not touching. I feel like it's like I'm seeing like a comet. It was like a near miss. I don't think they were ever meant to be together. I think it just kind of happened because they were on set together. So yeah, I think this relationship might have haunted him for a while too. I wouldn't be shocked if he stayed single for a while, or maybe he could have jumped into another relationship right away. I'm not sure, but it definitely fucked him up. Like I just keep being drawn to that Google thing I found where it said something like he just couldn't move on after he found out she cheated. It had a lot to do with the fact that she never wanted to be settled down to begin with. So I do think this still kind of eats him up. I think it tainted his view on dating your co-stars in particular. So I don't know who he dates nowadays. But look at how on the Six of Cups, there's all these games on it. And Six of Cups is about a soulmate. So if we're talking about a soulmate, we got games up on this card. Love Pong. I just feel like at the end of the day, they were both wounded and they were trying to push stuff onto each other that just wasn't going to work because Kristen wanted to be free while still having him as an option. It's kind of giving me this vibe of like, if Kristen had the say, it'd be like, we'll get married in like, I don't know, 10 years. Like, let's figure it out after I become an A-lister and after we get it all settled. Whereas Robert was like, let me put a ring on it yesterday. Like, that's the vibe. They were in two very different places. So I'm going to leave it here, besties, thekarmicdf.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you enjoy the throwbacks and I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you for watching.